Yo, what's up guys? I pray that you're all doing well. My name is JoKa and today we're back with another Heihachi video, guys. I did promise Heihachi content and here we are today. We're going to be talking about Downforward 1, the different extensions and how to utilize it and how I utilize the different extensions. But before we get into that, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does support the channel. As always, remember to hype this video. Follow me on all my socials because the support does help a lot, guys. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. So first I'm going to start off by talking about the different extensions from Downforward 1. Now Downforward 1 on its own is -5. On hit it's +7. I think this Downforward 1 on its own is super underrated because people usually expect the follow-up Downforward 1-2 or Downforward 1-1. Just using Downforward 1 on its own sometimes is really good. You can still sometimes take your turn because it has hesitation frames behind it, meaning the opponent's probably waiting for you to finish the string. And I think on hit +7 is really good for Heihachi, you know. You can do like electric, you can do like back 4, forward 3, and so on. Or even another Downforward 1 too, you know, just in case they try to step. Next extension I want to talk about is Downforward 1-1. This is -2 on block, +4 on hit. Again, a really good extension. I think it's great for tracking people that try to step. You can even still take your turn after this. It's only -2. You can step, you can maybe jab. So I think this is a really great extension. Probably one of my favorite. Downforward 1-1 and Downforward 1-2 specifically are the main ones I use. Anyways, on to the next one. Downforward 1-2 without charge or sparks is -13, which is pretty punishable. But on hit is +3. You only really want to use this to, again, stop people from interrupting the charge or the sparks version of Downforward 1-2. It also tracks as well pretty well. Again, this is the extension that I use quite often to stop people from stepping. Or just in case people try to interrupt in between. It's really good to use this extension specifically. Sorry. Next one I want to talk about is Downforward 1-2 sparks. Now the blue and the gold sparks are both -9 on block, of course. Man, I can't even get the gold sparks. Might be washed. There we go, we got the gold sparks. But yeah, gold sparks and blue sparks version of Downforward 1-2 is -9. Of course, on hit it knocks down. Doesn't wall splat, but still a really good string. Probably one of his best moves in my opinion, honestly. I think it's probably one of his best moves. And the last extension from Downforward 1 is, of course, Downforward 1-2 charge. It's +1 on block. It knocks down in the open, but at the wall it does wall splat. Again, I don't like using this too much if I'm being totally honest. Like I just mentioned, the main extensions I use are Downforward 1-1 and Downforward 1-2. Sometimes I use this to try and track people down, but of course it depends on the opponent, the character they're playing and whatnot. Now, how do I like to use these extensions? So like I just mentioned earlier, Downforward 1-1 I like to use track to still take my turn. It's only -2 on block, so you can still do stuff like back 1, back 2. Even doing stuff like parry is a good idea, you know, because some people do press. But yeah, I usually like to use Downforward 1-1 and just try and like sidestep or sidewalk, just to try and bait a reaction from the opponent just to see what they do. I've started to experiment more with Downforward 1 on its own, and I've been getting a lot of success, guys. I think a lot of Heihachi players should start using more Downforward 1 on its own. I know it's -5 on block, but again, on hit +7. And it's just like no one's going to try and press. I feel like people are either going to hold back or try and step, anticipating the follow-up, of course. So yeah, I really think Downforward on its own is great. +7 tracks okay, not the best tracking, but again, if you want the tracking options, you can do Downforward 1-2, of course. But I like to use Downforward 1-2. I feel like this is really hard to step. You can slightly delay the second hit as well to try and clip people stepping. But yeah, I think Downforward 1-2 is my favorite go-to option. It's so good. Of course, deals chip damage as well. like, it's just such a good move, you know. Tracks really well. Again, you can use this after like forward 4, even after like hunting hawk. So yeah, I think down forward 1 2 Sparks version, of course, is my favorite to use. Again, don't really like using the hold too much. I don't like using it, but again, it is good for pressure at the wall and whatnot. But yeah, I think at the wall I usually just go for stuff like back 2 blue sparks, or sometimes back 2 hold into stance, which is pretty good as well, you know. But yeah, I think if you want to really track your opponents down, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to mention it again, down forward 1 2 is a great option. Of course, down forward 1 2 as well, and down forward 1 1. Most of the options track really well, but I think the most reliable forward tracking is down forward 1 1 and down forward 1 2 sparks. But yeah, I think the utility, and you can use his down forward 1 strings in so many different situations, not just in neutral. You can also use them in combos as well. Whoops. But you can do something like this, right? Stuff like that for wall carry and whatnot. Of course, I don't have the best combos, but just going to give an example. But yeah, I think those are the different ways I do like to use his extensions. Again, I do recommend people to really think about when to use these extensions, you know, and think about the reason why you want to use a certain move. Do you want to track down your opponent? Do you want chip damage? Do you just want them to respect you more? Do you want plus frames? And so on, you know, like, you have to really think when you're playing Heihachi and using like his down forward 1 extensions, which is something I really like, you know, as opposed to his down forward 1 in Tekken 7, which I do miss, of course, and which was really good. But I really like the way they've brought a different type of mind game behind Heihachi's down forward 1 in Tekken 8. And it's something I'm growing to like more and more, you know. At the start, when Heihachi dropped or released, I didn't really like his down forward 1, but now the more I play Heihachi, the more I experiment with the different down forward 1 extensions. I really do enjoy it. Honestly, it's fun. Yeah, I really do enjoy playing this character. But guys, that is all from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to make it as concise as possible and to try and just give you an idea on how to use the different extensions, or even down forward 1 on its own as well. If you'd like to see more Heihachi content, let me know. If you do have any questions, again, let me know. I am willing to help. But yeah, guys, remember to like, comment, and share. Make sure you subscribe as well, because I will be dropping more Heihachi content very soon. So take it easy, guys. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.